Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of season 6 of the GloryHunter. We are of course in a new project here at Malaga. This video is coming out actually a day later than scheduled, so apologies there wasn't a video yesterday. When this goes up, I will actually schedule it as a premiere, so those of you that were expecting a video yesterday know that it's coming tomorrow. Or today, as you see this. So thank you for all of your feedback on the first episode of this 6th season. Very much appreciate that. We've got a few new names added to the shortlist thanks to it. And also, appreciate the comments saying, you know, you're quite happy for me to sign a number of free agents. I was obviously apprehensive in episode 1, as you well know. But 2 of the highest thumbs up comments with significant thumbs up as well were like, Ches, have at it. So I'm having at it. We'll be looking to make some more signings today throughout the course of this episode as we end the summer transfer window. We've also, you guys brought up an aspect to this that I really hadn't considered. That being the pull that I should have, or Ted Lasso should have, as a manager. I'd never really factored in manager reputation to this whole RTG project. But you're right. Ted Lasso is a multiple league winner in multiple nations, a Champions League winner, and a World Cup winner. So it is absolutely within the realms of possibility that some slightly higher rated players would be drawn to this project with a long-term successful manager, proven successful manager. On the flip side of that, playing devil's advocate, when multiple international league winning and Champions League winning manager Carlo Ancelotti took over a big club like Everton, there wasn't necessarily that influx of world-class talent that perhaps we might have expected. Other than players like James Rodriguez, there wasn't necessarily properly impressive players that came to Everton, which is half the reason why Everton are in the state they're in right now. But so I'm trying to find that middle ground. Like, yes, I do have a managerial reputation, but at the same time, it isn't the most enticing of projects for higher rated players. Right, let's show you who we have brought in already. Just as a quick recap, of course, we brought in Shola Shoretire on the right-hand side of our midfield. We've brought in Joe Mendes at right back, Pantera at left back, and Baran in goal. And also actually the free agent of Willems, a youngster that we're going to try and send out on loan. We also called up a couple of youngsters from the youth setup, and Marchetti we're retraining as a midfielder as opposed to a defender because, well, his stats suit midfield. Now, I'm still looking for a striker, at least one, if not probably 2 centre-backs, and maybe a better goalkeeper as well. Perhaps even a CDM also. I've got a number of names still on my shortlist, including now Kevin Kelleher is on here as well. We have... Actually, there was quite a bit of support for Dylan Benson to be brought in as a free agent centre-back, so he might be one I bring in, and then probably either of Jose Capete, who looks quite expensive, or Jacob Greaves was seemingly a popular option in the comment section as well. Multiple comments mentioning Jacob Greaves at Hull, so if he's good enough, I'm absolutely open to that as well. Other new names on the list include Fabio Bellini. We will bring him to Malaga if we have the opportunity to later in this project. Chimiti got some positive response as well, and Victor Gyökeres and Falarin Balogun are added to the shortlist as well. So still waiting on a few scout reports. We will end the transfer window in this episode though. So we've Cadiz to start. I'll probably sim that, and then we'll play Tenerife and Almeria, 2 of the sides that were on the vote to decide where we came. Malaga won the vote, and we want to kind of prove that we made the right decision by winning those games. So waiting for a few more scout reports to come back with your players added in, and then Cadiz, Tenerife, Almeria, and new signings all on the way in the next 30 to 40 minutes or so. Victor almost had a bid for him from Feyenoord, which I will reject for the time being. He's only 26 and is usable in a multitude of different positions, so I'm quite happy to keep him, and hopefully he'll do well. I do need to now go and put a few youngsters on the loan list, so allow me some time to go and do that, and then from there we shall push on and hopefully improve the squad yet further. Thank you for your support on this new project for the GloryHunter. Please do continue to drop the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying and you're looking forward to it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked, and you won't miss a further episode of this Malaga project, or of course any future series that come after this one as well. Right, let's get down to business, shall we? So the first game of our time here at Malaga we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new signings in that starting lineup with Pantea, Mendes, Shoretire and Baran. A number of other players, obviously, were already here at Malaga. Let's see. Now, Cadiz is certainly a side that we should expect to be beating, I think. Or at least certainly challenging with. So I'm slightly positive here. Malaga's ground, La Rosaleda, I believe, and I'm told by you guys, is in the game. So, oh, that was nearly a very bad start. So we will have, in fact, a number of La Liga grounds are in the game, actually. So I'm looking forward to playing at some real-life stadiums in a different league. We had something similar when we were in Germany at Dortmund. There were a number of German grounds in the game, and Roberto has buried that to give us an early 1-0 lead. Our number 9 leading by example. And if that's the sort of quality we can expect from him this season, then I don't think the relegation zone is going to be too much of a concern for us. The board want me to just avoid relegation as a sole objective for the league. That's deflected and it's looped over the goalkeeper. Sebastian Bornau, own goal. We lead by 2. Vamos! Oh, it's another own goal! Off the post and off the goalkeeper. Could you believe it? Your leading goal scorer in La Liga, own goal. Malaga 3, Cadiz 0. Off the post, off the keeper's back and in. Well, we've certainly got slightly lucky in our opening game as Malaga boss. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to replicate this sort of scoreline too often in this first season. But what a way to start at home at La Rosaleda. Nearly 4 as well, if we can, in the first team, whilst he's still here. As they pull one back again, it's now 3-2 here against Cadiz. And it turns out La Liga might be a bit of an attacking league. Plenty of goals in our first game for Malaga. And I hope, as we add a 6th to the overall tie, 4-2 now, Roberto responds. So we scored 2 of our own. They've actually scored 4, but we're the ones that have 4 in our goals scored column. Remarkable first game in La Liga that we will take a 2-goal advantage from, and actually probably sit in a fantastic league position having scored 4 goals as well. I couldn't have asked for more, really. Well, perhaps I could have asked for my players to score the goals, not their players, but still, that puts us 4th in the league. Don't expect it to continue, but we'll see how things progress. Oh, hello away kit. Look at that. Jeez. That is fancy. Tenerife line up with Gomes in goal. They're going Brexit 4-4-2 in the Spanish islands. Suarez, Gonzalez, Leon and Rodriguez. Waldo, Perez, Corredera and Holtman. And Ethan and Gutierrez up top. Hopefully we don't get any copyright strikes from the La Liga menus. That has been known to be a thing in the past. And fingers crossed we can get a strong result here. They lost 3-0 as we saw. I don't know whether that made the highlight or not. Actually, they lost 3-0 to either Vallecano or Real Sociedad throughout the course of the first match day. Oh, that's a strong challenge, but because they got the advantage, they're going to play on. And this is my first ever game played with this team and with these players. So we're going to have to wait and see if they're actually any good or whether that sim was a bit of a one-off. We did only score 2 of our 4, of course, so technically we almost drew that game as we scored 2 and they scored 2 outside of the own goals. Pantea forward here to Andrés Caro. This away kit, by the way, is absolutely amazing. Really, really like it. The kind of burgundy down into the pink adds a splash of colour to our save that we haven't seen for a little while. Here's Ethan looking to get forward for them, but Pantea cuts that out well. And then inadvertently sprinted a little bit where I shouldn't. And I'm trying to change to this centre-back, which I have now done. And Baran makes the save. Still don't know whether Baran's going to be any good. We'll find out in due course. If we can't bring another goalkeeper in of any real quality, then he will have to be good enough. But we'll wait and see how things transpire. Pantea down the line into Kevin. They've got a winger called Waldo, and already Twitch chat has made the jokes about where is he, and oh, we found him. Feel free to make your own Waldo or where's Wally jokes in the comment section. Gennaro trying to get it around the corner there to Roberto. Squeeze it through the gap to Shola Shoretire, and he draws a save out the keeper, and David Rodriguez gets a block on the second effort from the corner then. All action in the opening 16, 17 minutes or so. And that action doesn't see any goals going yet. And this could build nicely here. Roberto's been the standout star so far for us. Shoretire can't help it on properly. Really lovely ball over the top. And a good chance for our now joint highest rated player, who was played in by his also joint highest rated player. And they'll look to combine again here. And Roberto, he's right-footed, but he does have a 5-star weak foot, and we will look to take advantage of that throughout the course of the season. He's had some interest in him quite a bit, Roberto, from some indifferently sized clubs so far. You'll have to let me know in the comment section, and I've put this to Twitch chat as well. When it comes to player sales, how realistic do you want me to be? Are we going to just hold on to our better players? Are we going to negotiate heavily? Or if big clubs come in, are we just going to say, fine, that's a signing that would go through in real life, we'll let them go? Your feedback is vital in areas like that, and they're questions that get asked on the fly in a Twitch stream when I'm recording that I'd love you guys to be present for, to be a part of. So do come and join me on stream when we record these, because you can be very heavily involved in decisions like that. On this occasion, obviously, you guys are getting the option to have your feedback in the comment section as well. It's mainly the transfers that YouTube get the main say on. Every outfield player for me in this starting lineup is right-footed, so I don't need to worry about... Oh, off the post! Don't need to worry about whether, like, what footedness I'm shooting with each player. I can learn the starting 11 very easily indeed. Look at Shorettire's hair, by the way. He's got a bald back of his head there, the one I was in charge of. His hair hasn't loaded in properly, the number 7. Look at him, look. What is that? That's so strange. Yeah, when you look at him close up, he's fine. But actually when you're playing, he only kind of has a bit of hair away from you. He's actually bald towards the camera, which looks very, very strange indeed. Got half a head of hair there, look, on the top left. Ball driven in, deflected off a defender. We might have had an own goal here as well. Still 5 minutes to go in this first half. It's been quite a good game so far. This is building nicely. Roberto and Corridor up top do seem to make some good runs. I'm really annoyed about Shorettire's hair, to be honest. It's really frustrating. Kevin! Oh, he's bundled it home. Mistake by the goalkeeper. Would have wanted a first-time finish. Doesn't matter. Kevin's gotten it done. Malaga 1, Tenerife 0. And it might be back-to-back wins at the beginning of our 6th Glory Hunter season at our 4th club. Chests it down brilliantly and then just side foots it. Just wrong foots the goalkeeper. We'll take it. We're in front. It's Kevin's first goal of the season. It's my first goal in a played game. And we're up and running. Use the left back. I might try and play the Spanish way. If you guys think I should perhaps alter the way that I play the game and try and go a bit more tiki-taka, then do let me know in the comment section and I'll try and perhaps switch around the way that I play. Obviously, when you get later in a save, obviously we've kind of reset this now, starting at a lower club. But when you get later in a save and players start developing, you just find yourself having a lot of players that have a lot of pace, and counter-attacking is the way forward. Good block by Pantea. But if you'd like me to try and almost force a tiki-taka style of play, like we did at Barcelona on FIFA 22, then I'm quite happy to do so. Or looked for the other man. Anyway, Gennaro, Kevin, through the gap. Roberto, here's Corridor, off the bar. Oh, he can't quite win the header to force it home. It's been enjoyable, actually. I don't think I've struggled too much at all with this formation. The team feel nice. Nobody's really stood out as underperforming. Everyone's kind of done their job as you might expect them to and as you would hope they would. So I'm quite pleased at this point with this Malaga 11 that we have. We could have, albeit I know we're only playing Tenerife and we've only played Cadiz so far, so don't get carried away. But we could have a relatively strong first season back in the top flight for Malaga. We might suffer a little bit of second season syndrome perhaps. But it has only been 2 games of 38, so maybe I shouldn't get too carried away. Ethian in the box. Jimenez with a good tackle. Will force the corner. And there's only seconds to go. The keeper is up for it here. It's early days of the season. The keeper still committing, though. And Baran will save comfortably. Back-to-back wins for Malaga. And a clean sheet as well. Only the 1 goal this time. Polar opposite to the 6-goal thriller last time out. But really pleased with that. And we should get some scout reports back in between this game and the one against Almeria as well. Galatasaray have agreed to pay the £2.85 million release clause for Luis Munoz. I had a little mini panic there, and my brain went, oh no! But no, that's just the 71 rated Munoz that we've got transfer listed, who's 30 years of age. Panic over. We're making a sale. We've actually retrained one of our CDMs, the 71 rated CDM we had. We've retrained him. There's the real life player and the regen. The regen we're retraining at centre back. The real life player we retrained to centre mid, and he's gone from a 71 to a 74. So overall wise, that obviously helps. See, his actual individual stats don't change, but still, for simulated games, that will certainly help. And we're still waiting on some scout reports, but still got 4 or 5 days till that game against Almeria, so fingers crossed it won't be too long before we start hearing back. Am I... What? Why am I now seeing Shola Shoretire arrive at the club? That's... What? Munoz has gone, and it showed me Shoretire arriving. What? Well, that was weird. Munoz confirmed to go to Galatasaray. I thought somehow the board had maybe signed me another player or something. We've had some scout reports back. I've not had all of them back yet. But there is an intriguing striker on the list now that might well be a good option. He's 73 rated, and the boy's pacey and has decent technical stats as well. Let's have a quick look. I'll show you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It is Gomez. He's Colombian. 74 rated. So I thought 73. 74 rated. 82 acceleration, 88 sprint speed. Good agility, good balance, good strength. He's 6 foot tall. High-low work rates. Left-footed. Technically, I mean, he's good. He's objectively good for the level that we're playing at the minute and comparatively to our squad. So I think I might get him. Chamiti, unfortunately, has moved to Hellas Verona, so I'm not going to be able to bring him in now. There was someone else had moved somewhere as well. Dylan Benson has gone to Gangomp, so I won't be signing Dylan Benson at this moment in time, unless maybe Gangomp might be open to loaning him, which they're not. So Dylan Benson will come off the shortlist for now. Jacob Greaves was popular with you guys, so he's one that I'm really hoping to find out about sooner rather than later. £9.5 million means he's absolutely usable. And actually, I've also added another centre-back to the list there that you might just have glanced. Wisdom Amy. Italian, 73 rated, valued at $5.5 million, that I could get for about $5.5 million. And he looks solid, mate. Really solid. So I'm keen on him. And I think I'm keen on Jacob Greaves as well, as are you guys. Kevin Kelleher, I really want to find out what his overall rating is. Value's quite high at 13 million. How much money have I got left? So I probably couldn't afford both centre-backs and Kevin Kelleher. But so far, Baran hasn't put a foot wrong. 26. Okay, so there is some negotiation. That's fine. That's fine as a wage. £4,900. Banging. And if he goes for 26 mil, then I'm really not bothered at all. That's not who I've just signed. Is that... It looks like Balogun. What is happening with these cutscenes? Albert Gomez is in. That definitely wasn't him. Someone else coming through the door that isn't someone that I actually signed. Turns out, further you go... Well, probably as you might well have imagined. The further you go in a save, the more broken it gets. I'm sure that was... No, it wasn't Balogun coming through the door. Well, Christ knows who it was that just came in then, through the door. But it certainly wasn't the man that I bought. Almeria's team is genuinely really good. Rajkovic in goal. They've got a 5 back. Conan, Babic, Koza, Toomey and Christensen. The midfield is Guedes, Paredes and Ryan Yates. And then up top, an 82 rated Dane Scarlett with 92 pace. And Bardera alongside him. Everyone in their team is either 78, 79, 80, 81 or 82 rated. Their 11 is genuinely a top half La Liga team, if not a Europa Conference League position style squad. Almeria are at least a season and a half ahead of where this Malaga side are. So if we don't get anything from this game, I am not going to be disheartened at all. I'm really surprised that Almeria are as strong as they are. They've bought well throughout the course of the window because they were on the vote, Almeria, and they weren't that strong, I don't think, when we looked at them. So they've had a very good summer transfer window and have just strengthened even further. They had a big budget as well, didn't they, Almeria, I think? They were the ones with a £45 million budget. Looking to cut the ball back there. Ramon Kicks it against Roberto, and his teammate's gotten in the way. Here's Ryan Yates. Wants to Guedes. Quickly forward to Dane Scarlett, but... oh, he's stolen it off the defender. He stole it off him. Baran with a decent save, to be fair. That was headed towards the corner. Maybe Dane Scarlett is a striker we can look at next season. If we progress to the point where we feel like we can go for 82 rated players-ish, which, to be fair, by next summer we certainly should be looking to progress to that sort of level as like a maximum, then Dane Scarlett, with La Liga experience in a similarly sized club, could be a very realistic option for us to go for. I'm enjoying this at Malaga so far, and hopefully you guys are as well. I'm struggling to keep up with Conan here, but thankfully Joe Mendes has put in a challenge, and Barra makes a good save. He's impressing so far, the young Pole, isn't he? Oh, it's deflected horribly. Dane Scarlett off the bar. Oh, good block by the defender. Dane Scarlett is dangerous. Yates to Paredes. Christensen forward from right back. Absolutely sold me. Paredes, Scarlett, Jadson with the... oh, the dummy to Scarlett, who then gives it back to him. And it's a good finish. Nothing that Baran can do about that one. Almeria take a deserved 1-0 lead here at La Rosaleda. And unfortunately, my first played home game might be ending in defeat. We've held our own for as long as we could. But it's a top quality goal. We're behind in this one. Christensen inside to... couldn't read it quickly enough. Milovanovic, I think it said. Christensen can't get there. Paredes. Christensen again. He's left-footed, Christensen, so he's going to prefer that side. Ramon will get this out wide here to Kevin, who's going to look to get away. He's got a bit of pace about him, Kevin. We'll look to utilise that here. And Gomez, who's shown good physicality since coming on. Roberto to Mendes, who will look for Gomez. He's found well, turns well, finds the pass well too. And Ramon Enriquez just needs to slow up and find a pass of his own. Gennaro in there to Roberto. A quick 1-2 maybe with Roberto has worked well. And he's got that 5-star weak foot. And it very nearly worked for me there, trying to slam it home. But it does look like we're going to get a 1-0 defeat here against Almeria, which, given the disparity between the quality of the two sides, not that bothered about that. We've played well. We've held our own for the majority of the game. And we've had chances, and we could have one final 1-2 if the referee allows it. Ramon. No! That was supposed to go to... oh, Shoretire into the middle. Oh, he's pulled up there, the right back, as he crossed it as well. So not only do we get 1-0 defeat, we might have just got an injury too. Hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. Almeria were one of the sides on the vote. Obviously, they have a better side than us, and it would have been more of a... or less of a project, sorry, than the one here at Malaga. But... we certainly were competitive in that game. Only the 2 shots all told, though, unfortunately. Roberto's development schedule is going well. He's now up to 79 rated, which is fantastic. Peaked, though, as you can see. He's not going to get any better this season, but we don't need him to get any better this season. A bid from Standard Liège for Blake Sykes. I'd rather keep him. He's the one we're trying to train as a centre-back. So, as we approach deadline day, we are now on deadline day. Unai Vencedor has come to Villarreal, so that's an improvement for one of the Spanish sides. Luis Vasquez has gone to Montpellier. Adam Karabek has gone to Hoffenheim. Rumoured leavings in La Liga for Villarreal and for Sevilla as well, which is fine by me, and for Bilbao actually, as Fagioli could be on his way to Brighton. I don't want to see the England team. Thank you very much. I want Malaga. Thank you. So as we're on the final day to make transfers, I mean, surely Kevin Kelleher is going to be better than Baran. I'm really torn. Amy's a player that I can get for cheap, so I'm going to try and get him. We desperately need centre-backs. Baran's been decent so far. If I can get this guy for under 5, we'd be absolutely thrilled. Oh my god, they'd accept 4.3! Woo! Money saving, wheeling and dealing. He's only on $3 a week as well. Lads, we are in here with a significant improvement at centre-back. Our current second centre-back is 67 rated, and this guy looks like he could be a vast improvement on that. I will put a release clause in, but of like 15 million? No, more than that. 24. 18. Okay, they should accept 20 then, hopefully. They tend to be a little bit more... No, they're holding their nerve at 18. I've noticed some are willing to negotiate, others just aren't at all. Done. Deal done. Deal absolutely done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Now here comes the previous free agent that we signed. He's coming through the door. We've broken the save, lads. We've broken the save. From Bologna to Malaga, Wisdom Amy is in. A 73 rated centre-back. That will certainly improve our starting lineup quite considerably. Jimenez has actually, to be fair to him, grown to 68 rated now. But rather evidently, Amy is significantly better. Now, I'm still hoping for some loans for some of these fringe players. And Sykes is better in every position. So I wonder what Sykes gets if I throw him at centre-back. He just gets a -2. And that's only because of his lack of sharpness. So Sykes is going to be good at centre-back as well. Once he's changed to centre-back, we should be good there with 4 centre-backs now in the squad. It's a case of, do I go for Kelleher or do I not? Varane is decent so far in our experience. 73 rated, has made some good saves. Should grow nicely too. I am torn as to what to do at goalkeeper now. I need to go and have a think. We have a goalkeeping plan, or a plan of action for goalkeeper and CDM. Currently, we had a look through to see who was transfer listed. There's Ahmed Reda Tagnauti, who isn't that great. But then we found Jonathan Thompson, Canadian 21-year-old, 80 to 90 reactions, and stats that are probably going to be decent. He's valued at 8.5 million. So he's transfer listed, but I'm going to try and loan him and see if he's any good. We will go for a basic loan for 1 year. And they're happy to let him come. So this might work well for us. He's from within Spain as well, of course. So that would be along the lines of realism as well. I like that. We've got a number of free agent CDMs here that I'm waiting on scout reports for. Now, of course, the benefit of free agents is that you can sign them whenever. So I can wait for these scout reports to come back, and then we can just sign whoever we think is the best one. Now, I'm not sure. I'm just having a quick look at Matic's positions. The CDM and centre mid. I wasn't sure if this Najevic might have been a Matic regen, but CDM centre back are his stats for the Serbian. So I'm not sure who he might be a regen of, but if he's even a regen of anyone in particular, we'll wait and see if he's any good, of course. So let's go and find out then if the young Canadian is actually going to join us or not, and start progressing through transfer deadline day. Joe Gomez has joined Manchester United for £56.9 million, so Sevilla are weaker. Gio Reyna has moved to Liverpool. That's now the third highest deal of deadline day all told. Joey Fearman could be coming to Espanyol. Still Gabriel Olsen and Nicolo Fagioli linked. Maxence Lacroix could be coming to Barcelona. And this looks like the young goalkeeper from Espanyol is joining us. For once, in this weird transfer window, it's actually looking like it's showing the right player. For a 12-month, 1-year loan, Jonathan Thompson is in at 77 rated. That was an educated guess. And it's an educated guess that looks like it's going to work very well indeed for us. I'm really pleased with that. That could be very, very good indeed. So he's going to come in and surely starts ahead of Baran. In fact, I could now look to loan Baran out. They have the same diving, but handling 3 for Thompson, kicking 2 for Thompson, reflexes 1, speed 3, and positioning 5 for Thompson. Reaction-wise, Thompson has plus 21 on Baran as well. That's gone very well. And he's got leadership and goalkeeper long throw trait. I'm going to look to loan out Baran now, and hopefully he can still get a full season's worth of experience, but at a different club. And we can use that 69 rated older goalkeeper to be our backup. I'm really pleased at that. I don't know whether you guys agree or not, but I certainly am pleased with that signing. So now, I don't think I'm going to do anything else on deadline. Whoa! Fabio Vieira from Leeds to Real Madrid for £100 million. Calvin Phillips to Bayern Munich is also probably a sizable deal with regards to quality of player, but not a sizable fee. Fagioli has gone to Brighton for £88 million as well as one of the bigger deals to go through. I'm going to save what money I've got left, I think, and Granada have come in to loan Willems, which is what we wanted to happen as well. So let's delegate that to just a one-year loan rather than a loan to buy, and Levante will take Nieto on loan as well. That's really good news for us. Really good news indeed. I might look to loan in a striker because Willems is a player that would offer me depth in that position. Obviously, we have the two strikers and Gomez, but I want Willems to get more first-team football, and he should get that on loan. So I might now try and find potentially a striker to loan in as well. Maybe in just the short term, maybe in the long term. Bear with me. I'm going transfer hunting again. So I've looked for loanee strikers. There's Ode Dabag, who can grow to 75 apparently. And he might be a decent loan option. There's also Rafa Garrido, who doesn't look spectacular technically, other than good finishing, but physically looks insane. He's only got 11 months left on his contract. Now, I'd be apprehensive to commit to a purchase because I don't really want to spend my money at this stage. So I might look to keep him on the shortlist, see what happens with him in the summer, and we'll go for a loan for this 28-year-old Palestinian, Ode Dabag. I've no idea if I'm pronouncing that even remotely close to correctly, so I apologise if I'm mispronouncing it, and if you can let me know how to pronounce that in the comment section, that would be great. So we will look to sign a free agent CDM before the end of the first half of the season, but it won't happen in the transfer window. The other massive deals going through, Maximo Perrone going from Vélez Sarsfield, I think it is, to Arsenal, and we are getting Ode Dabag in on loan. I'm expecting him to be 73, 74. He's 72. Still certainly good enough to be that fourth option loan striker. Ensures that Willems will get more first team football than he would do with me, provided of course he actually accepts that loan deal. And if you compare the two, in the key areas, pace, shooting and physical, he's better. So that should be a good loan deal for us and should work well. I think I'm done. I think for January, I think I'm done. Brian Brobby has moved to Paris Saint-Germain for £58.5 million. We will have a look at the whole window at the end of the episode. And that is going to be Willems going out on loan, I think. No, that's Nieto going out on loan. Okay, he's going to Levante. We're another one of the sides on the vote, of course, for this particular season. Basile Jean has gone to Mallorca from Bologna. Don't know anything about him. Declan Rice to Leeds from Inter. Maxence Lacroix for £62.5 million to Barcelona. That's a sizable deal. Got something in my inbox. It's just Nieto going out on loan. Now, please tell me Willems is going to go out on loan in this final hour. Please tell me Willems is going out on loan in this final hour. Doesn't look like he is. Porto expressed an interest in Olmo, as have a number of other clubs in this window, but we're turning those down. Now, the annoying thing is that Willems now hasn't gone out on loan, which is the whole reason why we bought Dabag in the first place. The barge, or however you pronounce it. They just rejected. They rejected the. They didn't want to just loan him. They wanted to loan to buy him. Okay, well, now I've got more strikers than I need, but not to worry. Davide Fratese's come to Celta Vigo, so he's going to be improving them this season. That's transfer deadline day finished. So let's have a look and show you the transfer. Play negotiations needs reply. Got a bid for Roberto, 1.45 million plus the 79 rated Zaccagni. No, that's not happening. So transfer history, biggest deals of this window in this 6th season. Dominic Szoboszlai goes from my first club, where I bought him, to my second club, Borussia Dortmund. That's intriguing. For £124.9 million. Anthony has come to Barcelona. Bollocks. But Ferran Torres has left Barcelona. So, swings and roundabouts. Josko Fardiol has ended up at Juventus now, so he's left Betis, which is good news for us as well. Joe Gelhardt has left Getafe to go to Monaco. That's also good news for us, although we do still have to play in France, so we might still come up against him later on in the save. Fabio Vieira to Real Madrid, as we saw Gabriel Veron. I don't know anything about him. 86 rated at 24 years of age. Looks pretty decent. Karim Adeyemi has left Dortmund now to go to Paris Saint-Germain. Fagioli went to Brighton. Lucas Paqueta has now left Dortmund and come to Barcelona, so we'll come head-to-head with one of our former players. Hamed Traore joins Monaco. Pretty decent at 86 rated. Jeez, I didn't realise he grew that well. Luis Diaz has gone to Juventus. Evan Ilson to Leeds. Xavi Simons to Spurs. For Jesus, we saw Declan Rice. We saw as well Gonzalo Plata has now come to La Liga. 86 rated as well. Joins Real Betis. Skamaka to Liverpool. Kulusevski has come to Atletico Madrid from Spurs at 87 rated. We will play Atleti in the next episode, I think. Benjamin Šeško is 85 rated now and has moved from Espanyol to Stuttgart, so I'm pleased about that. Yusufa Moukoko has gone to Atleti from Mallorca, 85 rated. Conor Gallagher to Manchester City. That's an intriguing one. Bruno Guimaraes has gone back to Newcastle after leaving to go to Manchester United. How good was this Perona guy? 84 for £68.6 million. It was Velez Sarsfield, the side that he moved from. Malo Gusto, the new Chelsea signing, has moved to Wolves from Freiburg in this save. Sven Botman to Manchester City. Ugarte we're playing with at Manchester United in the My Player over on the second channel. Mazraoui has left Real Madrid, so that's good news for us. Fournier looks like he's pretty damn decent, doesn't he? We'll scout him out of curiosity. He's come to Mallorca. Max Watson to the Quad joins Barcelona. Pedro Neto's gone back to Wolves. Ben White's gone back to Arsenal. Benacer leaves to Dortmund to go to Marseille now. Wahi's a very good player, or can be. He's at West Ham now. Getrauda has left Barcelona, which is good news for us. Normand to Brighton from Manchester City. Joe Gomez we saw. Daniel Marlon to Real Madrid. Yikes. Any other big ones in there? I don't think there were. Badiashile to Torino. No, that's it. So that's the transfer window. Done and dusted. A number of signings in. When I say a number, I mean quite a large one. Pantea, Amy, Marchetti, Mendes, Shoretire, Gomez, Thompson and Dabag. That's 8 new players into the club, be it paid or on a free, with a 9th expected, with a free agent CDM signing in the not too distant future. And of course we called up a couple of players from the youth academy as well. So the squad that did have 18 now has 29 in it and will grow to 30 by the time we sign that free agent CDM, which will probably happen in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Glory Hunter. Do make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more. We'll be signing that free agent in tomorrow's episode, as well as taking on Atletico Madrid and hoping to continue our positive start to the league season. Atleti and Valencia and Getafe or Espanyol tomorrow. That Czech Republic game will be in there as well, of course, as we try and get England qualified for Euro 2028, to try and win that with England for Euro 2028, so that we can add that to the Glory Hunter list. Okay, well, we couldn't get Baran or Williams to go out on loan, but not too much of an issue. We'll deal with it. Might put Baran back in goal, and then until he makes a mistake, then maybe use Thompson, or maybe use Baran in played and Thompson in Sims. We'll make a decision about that. Do let me know in the comment section your own thoughts. That's all for now, though. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.